Still basking in the very successful historic signing of the partnership with England's top division football club, West Ham United FC. FC Ifeanyi has been projected by the bookmakers to take advantage of the good stead this places it, given the goodwill and support it has continued to receive from this feat to make history when they file out at the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, to play for the very first time in the prestigious FA Cup Finals. The Challenge Cup Finals, now renamed the Federation Cup Final, has a trajectory dating back to 1942, when it was named the War Memorial Challenge Cup. The competition was renamed Governor's Cup in 1954 and the Federation Cup. For 10 years, the Challenge Cup was renamed the Coca-Cola FA Cup when it was sponsored by the company. Not known to take chances with any business he is involved in, the major sponsor of FC Ifeanyi, Dr. Ifeanyi Patrick Ubah, mobilized the entire management of Capital Oil, his company, other subsidiaries, and indeed the Lagos sporting family for a total victory support for his club, with vehicles which had bold inscriptions of FC Ifeanyi Supporters Club inscribed on them, with players of all ranges, male and female, dressed in the colors of the FC Ifeanyi Club, urged on, with music of different artists, blaring from the loudspeakers of the giant FC Ifeanyi branded vehicle. They went on a street-by-street mobilization of Lagos to enlist the support of everyone to come to Teslim Balogun Stadium in their thousands to support FC Ifeanyi to clinch for the first time the ticket to represent Nigeria in intercontinental competition. Indeed, to further encourage full participation, all those intending to attend the match were provided with buses and other forms of transportation. They did not have to pay any kobo to the bargain. In fact, all those coming to Lagos from other parts of the country were also taken care of specially. Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi, who, apart from being a passionate football lover, is also a critical observer of goings-on in the media, because he knows the views of the media in such matters are highly respected. So, he went all out to invite all the media houses and other programs like the BC Olatilo Show, which has very far-reaching global coverage, to disseminate the proceedings to the entire world. As to be expected, the Federation Cup Final is usually a veritable platform where sports legends of yesteryear, particularly in football, usually reconnect. The 2016 Federation Cup Final between FC Ifeanyi and the Nasarawa United Football Club was indeed a beehive of all the names that matter in sports. For FC Ifeanyi, 2016 has indeed been a great year in the first division of the Professional Football League, in which they finished fourth. Winning the Federation Cup in 2016 gives them a ticket to represent Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup next season. With the total support, most unprecedented in the history of Nigeria's football, which the club is getting from its proprietor, Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi, FC Ifeanyi will no doubt be the club to beat in the CAF Confederation Cup next year, to the glory of Nigerian football. The mobilization embarked upon by Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi before the crunch final really paid off, as Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos, witnessed an impressive attendance of football supporters who were part of the victory song of FC Ifeanyi. It was the Men and Women Federation Cup Finals that was on the front burner. While FC Ifeanyi of Nnewi and Nasarawa United FC of Lafia were battling for the Federation Cup for the first time, the women's final featured female football league champions, Rivers Angels and Bayelsa Queens.
It's a goal. 2-1 now. The Rivers Angels. It's a goal. 2-2. It's a goal, and Rivers Angels are the winners. Rivers Angels champions. 2016 Women Federation Cup competition.
To qualify for the finals, Nasarawa United, the Solid Miners, defeated FC Abuja 1-0 in the round of 64. They beat Go Round FC by 1-0 in the round of 32. Nasarawa United beat Aqua United by penalties and later went on to outdo Eyimba FC, two-time African champions, by 1-0 in the second semi-final in Ibadan. For FC Ifeanyi, the Anambra Warriors from Nnewi, they beat Ebonyi United 1-0, Lobi Stars 1-0. FC Ifeanyi beat Katsina United by 2-0 and Warri Wolves by the same margin to ramp into the quarterfinals. In the semi-finals, they beat Crown FC 2-1 in Kaduna. The two teams, FC Ifeanyi, the Anambra Warriors from Nnewi, went into the Federation Cup final with the sole purpose of flying the nation's flag at the next year CAF Confederation Cup. As for Nasarawa United FC of Lafia, they made a frantic effort to return to the Continental Championship, in which they represented Nigeria in the same competition this year. The Federation Cup, which is the oldest and most glamorous football competition, lived up to its pre-competition billing. Supporters of both teams filled the stadium from all parts of the country. From the way the two combatants who set their sight on creating history approached the match, there was no doubt in the fact that the supporters of both teams and the football community were in for very entertaining football. Nasarawa State Governor Alhaji Tanko Almakura, who is the #1 fan of the club, also did his best to mobilize supporters from different parts of the country to cheer them on. Although Nasarawa United has always had the edge over FC Ifeanyi in the professional league, the way things turned out, they met a different team altogether at the Federation Cup final. FC Ifeanyi players from Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Brazil and other professionals, on whom the billionaire owner and promoter of FC Ifeanyi club had spent billions of naira to put into proper shape, put their lives on the line to deliver their best performance, which could have only resulted in the most prized cup. Not even the absence of some of the FC Ifeanyi football members who were on national assignment changed the tone of the performance of the boys. The presence of the Franco-German technical advisor of the Super Eagles, Gernot Rohr, must have also helped to raise the game of the two clubs, as most of the players also eye a call-up to the national team, which is currently preparing for the crucial 2018 World Cup qualifier against Algeria, billed for the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, on the 12th of November 2016. After having studied each other very closely at the beginning of the game till the very tail end of the first 45 minutes, displaying the best football artistry and giving the football fans a lot to cheer, both teams went for broke, exploring every opportunity to outwit each other to cut away the prized and most coveted title that has ultimately changed the story of FC Ifeanyi to glory. Most of the work was done in the second half of the game, where the elements of luck, proper preparation, and alertness of mind for the eventual winners and loss of concentration by the losing team became the determining factor. All hail the new champions of soccer in Nigeria, who are set to fly the nation's colors in the money-spinning CAF Confederations Cup next year. Of course, the trophies were presented to the winners in both the Women and Men Federation Cup competition, while the new king of Nigerian football were crowned as their supporters and fans hailed unstoppably. The champions must begin preparation for the CAF Confederation Cup Championship now and begin to study the difficult dynamics of the tournament, the politics especially. Over the years, it's sad to note that on account of the domination of the executive of the CAF competition by Francophone-speaking African countries, Nigeria and other Anglophone-speaking countries have been on the receiving side for all the wrong decisions. Unfortunately, when it comes to intercontinental football competitions, one has to be masters of boardroom politics and the game of football itself.